Welcome to the Raptoreum Weekly Update on the 14th of April 2024. Thanks for joining us. It looks like we've got a more realistic figure of watchers today, which is nice. Whoever was turning on the bots, thanks for not doing it today. Appreciate it. How are we all? Charlie, I didn't even expect you to be on here. Like, this is shocking to me.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be on either. I'm out in the shop working, bouncing around, doing a few things. The wife just brought me dinner out to the shop, which was nice. So if I'm bouncing off screen, it's because I'm chowing down. Sorry about that, but I'm here.
Well, we don't mind you eating in front of us. Don't worry about it. Alejandro, how's things with you?
Yes, very good, guys. How are you doing?
Very good. Very, very good.
Good.
And Scherm?
I'm doing all right. I mean, it's a tough day in the crypto community today. A lot of somber people mourning loss of Ovalbore tech today. So, yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been to Cadbury World today.
Oh, yeah?
So I've been eating lots of chocolate with my kids.
I'm jealous.
Absolutely stuffed. You would not believe it. Every time you turn a corner, they give you more. Like, they give you another 8 chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Like, no more chocolate, please. But yeah, it was a nice day, and we had some plenty of chocolate, of course. Okay, so we will get started with the update. As you probably can see, we do not have David here at the moment. He's currently in hospital with some sort of tropical infection on his foot. Basically, he was celebrating Eid with the family, and he had the kids over, and one of the kids dropped a ball in a drain, and David got into the drain to get the ball, and he stood on something sharp, and never thought anything of it, and then it's just gone really bad. So he's been in hospital now for what, 3 days, Charlie? Is it something like that?
Yeah. 3 days, I think, on antibiotics, and
Yeah.
hopefully it gets better soon.
Hope so. We need David.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's why David's not here. All the team know about it, and we're just wishing him well. Charlie, testnet nodes. What's going on?
Yeah, the 2.0 nodes, obviously we're having some smart nodes, that is. The regular nodes seem to be okay, but smart nodes are crashing pretty bad, pretty often. So we're working on debugging that, tracing down the cause of that. I don't know yet the root cause of it. It's a tricky one to track down. They're crashing a lot of times with an out-of-memory error, but it's not that they're running out of memory. There's something else there that it's seeing when accessing memory, maybe, that's causing it to throw that error. We've been running debug build for more detail, more verbosity when those crashes are helping. But even with that, in the stack traces, we're having a hard time getting down to the root of why that crash is happening. But we'll get her. It's just a matter of time and data to drill down to where that's coming from. So for now, that is our main focus, is taking care of that so we can get the rest of the nodes on the testnet on the 2.0 version, because as of right now, there's no point switching them all over, because we won't be able to keep anything online and maintain the quorums the way it is now. So we're focused on it. We'll stomp it here pretty quick.
Awesome stuff, Charlie. For those of you who are joining our Discord, we've got the verified capture bot, which it's been playing up the last probably the last week now. Most of the time it's just a little delayed, so if you are joining the Discord, just show a bit of patience when you are completing verification. It will happen eventually, It's just a little delayed. Before, when all these issues started with the verify capture, it just wasn't doing it at all. But yeah, now it just seems a little laggy. But we'll keep an eye on it, and yeah, I mean it is working. It's just frustrating when you're having to wait more than 5 seconds to get verified. David mentioned there was some Telegram hacks going on. There's possible RCE detected in Telegram's media processing in the Telegram desktop application. So make sure if you are using Telegram, you've got, at least a mobile connected, 2FA and whatever else, as much security as you can have on it at the moment, to make sure your app's fully updated as well.
I think we're just turn the automatic download media files, turn that option off. So
Yeah.
it's automatic media files.
Yep. We originally were having a lot of copyright strikes and things like that on our YouTube channel, even though the music we were using was royalty free and we were trying to credit the artists and things like that. So H&S spent a long time doing all of that sort of stuff. So last night I just got completely frustrated with it, and I ended up just buying a full licensing package for all of our audio and all of our music and everything like that. So now we can use absolutely everything commercially. We've got thousands and thousands of songs and sounds effects and things like that without having to even credit anybody at all. I think this will help with growing our watch hours, because some of those are being restricted, and also helps with our social media marketing, because we've got some new things that new audio that we can use in areas like that, and it'll make our work, especially H&S's work as well, a lot more easier, and so we can focus on other things. So yeah, it's, it needed to be done eventually, but now we can really do some cool things with the audio without having to worry about anything. Also, it helps the YouTube channel grow faster, because we're not being restricted on things every time we do a small thing. H&S it doesn't have to cut out or mute out as much things, and it helps also with the monetization of the whole thing as well, which then all rolls back into the marketing down the line as well. So that's pretty cool. Also, I've reworked the end credits of this stream, so you'll be able to see it at the end of the stream. I've reworked it for new team members, including Fudweiser. I added Raymark Labasan, who is our behind closed doors sort of Twitter guy. I've added the new Egyptian girl that we've got, Sally Ali, and a couple of others as well, and some new images and things. So look out for that at the end of the stream. What else have we got? Oh yeah, Hawk Mining's got some new merch. We did pin that on the X over the last few days. There's 3 different garments. Is that the right word? There's 3 different garments, or you can choose from. There's 2
or styles. I'd say styles.
Styles, yeah, all right. There's a couple of male t-shirts, and there's a ladies t-shirt as well. He originally posted the one with the RTM logo in the middle, but I think the RTM logo looks better on the left pocket. So he's moved it across now. So it's also got RTM on the back, and it's got I think it's got Hawk Mining on the shoulder as well. So go and check that out on hawkmining.io, is it? If that link doesn't work, then just head over to our Twitter and click through the links that I've posted on there if you want to grab some Hawk Raptoreum merch. Charlie, have you got anything else?
I don't. Right now, it's
just the code, isn't it?
Focused on Testnet.
Yeah. All you seem to be doing is just working on that, which is, understandable and totally fair enough. Alejandro, how's things for you?
Yes, very good, guys. We are saving money. We have more than almost 300,000 RTM on iNodes for the community. We're gonna get 300,000 RTM, and after that, the rewards that money, that RTMs give, we are going to make a lot of things with that. We are going to make trivias and things like that. We are having good savings there. And we are working still with the videos of algorithm ghostwriter. My mind is very crazy. Sorry. Um, we are expecting good things for these next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We are working on a few things. I hope we get them done too for the community with trivia and things like that.
Okay, and Scherm. Sorry, I'm just reading something at the same time. Scherm, how's things with you in the Discord community?
All right, well, I guess we'll start with the good news first. Obviously, a warm welcome to our new member, Sally, or Queen Sally in the Discord, helping out the marketing. And it's great to see all the support from everybody with Testnet, helping out, working those bugs out. Keep it up. Everybody loves your Riggs Boson game in the Discord.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention that, did I?
Yeah, you forgot about that, right?
Yeah, that's so
Everybody's
popular.
working hard with that Riggs Boson.
Hey, goalie, if you're watching, do some of that. Do that inside your bot. That'd be cool. If you did that, I'd just remove it. It seems to be working well. If we had it in the RCC, that'd be awesome.
I have to do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess with the bad news this week, obviously the markets were tough for everybody, BTC and crypto. You know, a lot of people had a hard time with the big dump that we had.
What do you think's caused it, Sherm?
Tax season, I think, is part of it. And I think people sell the news, create the panic, creates even more stuff. You got the liquidations on top of that. And obviously you had some conflicts the other day, which I added to it as well.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so that was tough. And then obviously the big announcement around the community today was the the tragic loss of news of the murder of Overboard Tech. So everybody in the community is mourning his loss today. And I think said it best. Just post to the community. I'll actually read his post in case you missed it. But basically, he says, it's with great loss of words, weighted emotions, and waste that we report that our friend Erik, Ovalbore Tech Burger, was murdered on the 12th of April. His parents found him in the afternoon, lifeless in his garage in Chanhassen, Minnesota. The murderer had fled the scene and soon after took his own life after leaving a suicide video post. Earlier that day, several of us were actually planning a trip with him to BTC Nashville, which I was actually going to as well. At 33 years old, Erik had everything: great intellect, talents, humor, and decades of potential growth. He donated these to us, our mining community. His passive-aggressive Minnesota nice humor and will occupy a hole in our inner beings, which will remain vacant and unfulfilled. His contributions to knowledge and tuning are unparalleled. His ear-to-ear grin has burned a smile into our conscience for us to never forget, to always cherish the laughs, especially when you read every message and shout out loud on live streams, entirely missing the context. Thank you, Erik, for enriching our lives. May God rest your soul and provide you with many kitties to pet. May he also console your family, friends, and loved ones as we remember how much you risked our lives. And obviously, my thoughts and prayers and condolences to everybody's lives that he touched in our morning today.
One thing that I didn't mention is we are bringing a person in to work with us on ways to integrate AI into the project, primarily from a business standpoint, but we are looking at branching out into a public standpoint as well. So we've had a call yesterday, and it seems to be going really well. So I'm not going to go into it any more than that right now, but it's really exciting stuff. It's really cool, and it's something that there's no other blockchain project doing it at the moment. So it's something to look forward to. I'll just put it like that. I don't think H&S wants me to say any more about it. Okay, so while we're here, we're going to go. I think we'll answer some questions from the community. We've got 14 minutes left until we've got the Smith stream. So yeah, let's have a look at the YouTube. We've got RBA. How you doing, RBA? RBA hasn't asked when Binance. That's unusual. Okay. Oh, we got Michael Jackson. How you doing, Michael? How you doing, man? Let's check the. If you got any questions, guys, fire them into the chat. We'll try and answer them the best we can. Let's check the stream party chat. Okay. I'm sure I had some questions in DM as well. Okay, I'm going to ask for your help between us all to answer some of these questions, right? Let's see how good we can do. Okay, so the first question that we've got is, how can we simplify our message to resonate with beginners? I'll go with Alejandro first. I'll put you on the spot, Alejandro. How can we simplify our message to resonate with beginners?
Just tell them the truth. That what we are doing here on this blockchain. I guess some of them will not understand, but some of them, they will understand like I do. And some of the people of my community do. So just say the truth. Just be the way you always are, the way all these 3 years the team has been. Just saying the truth. I think that's the way.
I think it also depends on what stage of the project you're at, and how you're trying to put the information across to appeal to the people at the right time. I mean, there are simple things with RTM and there are complex things with RTM that new people find really difficult that we probably find really easy. So I think if we break down the complex aspects of Raptoreum into relatable analogies and simple concepts, we could use clear jargon-free language. We could focus on the benefits of RTM, such as the accessibility of CPU mining. I mean, that's one of the things that people usually get into. The project first is the mining aspect of it. So, and I suppose there's plenty of videos on that on the internet to get into the project. We could also talk about the fairness of ASIC resistance and how that allows more wider access into a mining standpoint of the project. We could also talk about the practicality of the smart contracts in the common programming languages, and why that could, make a big difference in the space when we've got assets in place as well, and we have a road to deployment. I think educational content, such as like infographics and like explainer videos that we've already got planned. I mean, just step-by-step guides on making learning about RTM approachable and engaging, so people don't just get lost in information. What do you think, Scherm?
Basically, I agree with everything you said. Obviously, creating some of the different guides and things that just highlight the major points, or kind of like the deck that you created, making available. People have a broad overview of the projects and what the highlights of the project. I think the key mainly is getting people into Discord. That's where all the help is. That's where the community is, and everybody will be there to help you start mining. Start there, and then hang on the Discord. You'll learn pretty much everything you need to know there. And any questions, people are happy to answer those questions for you along the way, or point you in the right direction for the resources and the answers that you're looking for.
Awesome stuff. Charlie?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. I'm not very good at simplifying things. But I think
Do you know, you always say this, but then when you actually try, you're really good at it. It's like when you've got a gun in your hand, everything's possible. So why don't you just go and grab your gun and tell us?
they're locked up. I don't know where they're
Oh, they're
I
locked
forget
up,
where
are
the key, but, simplify the message basically for me means simplify,
they?
entry
I mean,
on how you actually use it.
yeah. I mean, you've talked about like contract templates and deployment from a core wallet side or from a from the business platform as well that's been created. Simplicity. That's what you've talked about in the past.
Yeah, I mean, people want it to be simple. They don't want to go through step after step. It can't be convoluted. So, I mean, if you can deploy, assets through like what we're doing through the wallet, it's a few clicks. It's very simple. It's kind of self-explanatory for the most part. Uh, on top of that, with adding the easy way to attach with IPFS directly in the wallet, again, so people don't have to go through the hassle of setting up IPFS on their computer and maintaining that, etc. It's just through the wallet. And then again, if we can offer, some templates for smart contracts for, like the most commonly used and basic functions people want smart contracts for, I think that's kind of the best way to simplify things, and side effect of that is simplifying our message just through use. People will talk about that, and I think that's a good way to do it.
Okay. The next question that we've got in is, how are we staying informed about evolving regulations and adapting our marketing accordingly? I think I'll start off with this. From the get-go as a project, and from also my experience over the last 10 years in crypto, from a marketing standpoint, there are some underlying rules that we try and stick to when presenting a project to the public, and some of those things are, in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go to the marketing channel right now and I'll read out to you what is on the pin, because that is something that I'll like to stick to from a marketing standpoint. And there's a few things on here as well that that I've put on here just to that are not included in this question, but I like to tell the teams as well. So I'll start off with those. So I like to tell people that you should build like you've made it already. You should be active, not reactive. Don't be emotional about crypto prices. Make the impact you know it can be. Be what you want to earn what you want to be. And then there's things that we avoid in terms of a marketing standpoint as well, and that is which can land you in hot water if used. And I've seen this happen time and time again. And there are certain words that we don't use, and those words are invest, investing, invested, earn money, guaranteed return, get rich, accredited, tax, dividends. We never say it's going to the moon unless we do a little disclaimer. We don't use images of cartoon moons. We don't say ape into this. We don't use images of monkeys, Lambos, images of fast cars, banking, images of fiat money. We never use that. Just anything that's connected to the dollar. That's right, Effie. No Lambos. Or anything that offends or slanders or puts another project or person down, unless they deserve it, based on facts and evidence, then we don't mind doing it. We don't use cartoon rockets. They're really tacky. What else? Anything that compares values on a on a social media standpoint to the US dollar. We're allowed to retweet values of the US dollar, but we don't actually project from the main accounts. We don't show returns on investments or dollar values in anything we do except for market caps and anything like that, unless it's just literally aggregator pulled data, which is perfectly fine. But like I said, if a third party does that, then we are allowed to send their information out. And by doing these sorts of things, we're constantly we cover ourselves, because we're not leading people to buy. That's not our job. I mean, we're not pushing people to buy into the project. We want people to buy into the project. We're not trying to do it artificially. We're trying to do some real work to make people see the value in what we're doing in order for that to happen. And by having that standpoint, I think that regulatory bodies can see that. So yeah, but we do maintain legal dialogue with experts in crypto and blockchain technology from the contacts we've gained over the years, and obviously what's going on in the news and things like that. We are in a couple of blockchain advocacy groups as well, so we are kind of ahead on regulatory changes and issues. And as you know, we already have been registered as a non-security from a US standpoint previously, which was extremely expensive. Budweiser saying he's going to drop the meme gifts that break the rules now. I mean, just be careful, bro. Be careful. Vulcan's posting dollars. I mean, I don't mind your emojis. You can do what you want with those, bro. And also, you know, you're not part of the team, so you can do what you want. We also regularly update the community with scams and what to look out for, and current regulatory issues with exchanges and things like that, to make sure that people are on the right side of the fence. And also, from a project standpoint as well, we are, you know, everything is visible on chain. Apart from our optional mixing in the wallet, we're totally not a privacy coin. We're an open public ledger that everyone can see, and that's the way we've built the project. Scherm, you got anything to say on that?
I think you said it well. I mean, straight from the start, you know, we've done everything, you know, to be in compliance with all the rules and regulations, and obviously you're keeping up on that, and if to adjust things, you will. But pretty much the rules and strategies and stuff that you have in place, you know, keep us in line and out of trouble.
We've done all right so far, haven't we?
Yeah, they haven't called knocking yet, right?
Yeah, you never know though. You never know. They might find something. Alejandro, what you got to say on that? And do you know something, Alejandro? You're on mute, by the way.
I'm sorry, guys.
Just before you start, as you know, I've been on your case in the past about things. About the, you know what I mean? And
Well,
and we've had discussions about regulations and the way we output the marketing. And I think we've got some common ground on that now, right?
oh yes, I agree with you. All the way that the team have built or the project have been fantastic all these 3 years. I agree with you.
Okay. I think also,
Sorry, I would like to explain myself better, but it's difficult for me in English. I like to say many things, but it's difficult to find the right words to express myself. If it was in Spanish, I'm sure I can talk a lot about many things.
You leave the speechless behind, Ryan. It's okay.
Yes.
oh, okay, no problem. I mean, I was trying to see what had gone wrong on your previous accounts, because you've lost you've lost 2 Twitters. Like, what's been going on there, Alejandro?
I don't know. I don't really know. I lost my personal account, and we lost Raptoreum account on Twitter that was like 1,000 persons there, 1,000 followers there. I hate Twitter now. I'm sorry, guys. I can't handle it that anymore. I'm doing some stuff for Twitter, but the way Elon Musk do the things with the same people working on Twitter, stupid things happens. I don't know why they never send me a message that say, "Hey, you are doing something wrong." It was never nothing wrong. I don't know. Uh, uh, YouTube is fine, Facebook is fine, Instagram is fine. So I don't lose that accounts, and we have a lot of people there. So I don't know why Twitter gets so crazy. I don't want to really. I don't know really.
Yeah, you're a naughty boy. I think that's all it is. Naughty boy.
I hope we can get some more people there. But personally, I don't like it anymore. So, but yes, I hope we can get some.
Do you know what? We
some
seem to have
there.
we seem to have more issues with Twitter after Elon took over. We never had issues before he took over. It was all right. And people say, oh, he took out the regulation in it and made it more of a free platform. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Really doesn't.
It really doesn't seem to be.
No.
On my personal account of Cadena, I got like 400 persons there, 300 persons. It's gone. They didn't explain why. I don't know why. I just put a Coca-Cola photo and say, "Hey, listen, people, this is killing me and it's killing people here in Brazil." That's it.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Well, there you go. You got Coca-Cola on your back. Oh, this is killing everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like,
I
oh,
got I
You
got
didn't-
diabetes.
You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me about the Coca-Cola thing.
Maybe it was for that. I don't know. It was
Well, yeah,
seed.
sounds to me like it was definitely that. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
I can't believe you said that. Coke's my favourite drink. I love Coke.
Well, I got diabetes.
Is that from drinking Coke?
Well, I used to drink a lot Coke and Orange and Pepsi and all that. So a lot of sugar on my blood.
So maybe Coca-Cola thought, well, actually, that's a bit unfair because I've heard he's been drinking Pepsi, Orange, and what are the other drink that you said you were drinking?
I drink many of them,
you're
a lot.
discrimination.
Every lunch, I got in my table one Coca-Cola all the time. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why I get sick. But was not only that. The photograph I sent, you can see the sugar. It was like an orange drink. It was like three fingers of sugar in the bottom of the drink. It was crazy. I got that photograph and I put it on Twitter. I say this is killing me and it's killing people. So maybe that's why they put my account down.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't know.
highly likely. Yeah. Next question. Unless Charlie's got something to say on it.
No, I don't do very well with regulations, so I just keep my mouth shut.
All right, that's the best thing then. All right, you can answer the next one though, Charlie. I think you'll be good on this one. What makes our project unique and valuable compared to the competition?
What competition? I don't really see any competition, to be honest. So it's kind of a hard question to answer in that way.
Okay. Okay. Why do you not see any competition? That's a question for you.
Well, because nobody's really doing what we're doing. There's very few projects that are doing things on the protocol level, like futures. Protocol level, we were the first. Assets on the protocol level, you only have a couple of projects. Probably the most well-known, which was talked about before, is Ravencoin. But then you toss in smart contracts in common languages. Nobody's doing that, as far as I'm aware of.
Could you tell the people about some use cases with the smart contracts in common languages?
Not really use cases, just because it's such a broad thing, it's hard for me to get my head around it just like that, you know. There's so many different uses, but I mean, the common languages has, you know, some very basic benefits, especially for small businesses, because um, as soon as you move into common languages like that, it becomes much more attractive and reasonable for small business to incorporate it into their business, because it's much easier and cheaper to do, right? Let's say you're doing it in Python, and you need to find a developer, right? It's very simple to find a Python developer. It's easy to verify the code. It's easy to have an audit done on that smart contract. It's cheap to have an audit done on that smart contract, compared to the other languages out there that are specific to EVM and stuff like that. You're paying an arm and a leg for that stuff, so it makes it harder and not as attractive for, let's say, small businesses to start using it.
You know what, Charlie? That was a perfect answer. I don't think we need to go through the rest of the team on that one. The next question is, how can we create a marketing strategy that fosters a sense of community and belonging? I think, to be quite honest with you, I think that's what we've tried to do from the get-go. We've tried to keep everyone together, and we've tried to give everyone the feeling of belonging to something. Like from the way we've deployed the community, from the events that we do on the community, to the new rigs bosun currency that we've got, to the custom commands for some of the, well, for a lot of the community members. And you know, when people feel like they've got a sense of belonging to something, it's harder for the people to leave. So we try to keep everyone with the feeling that they belong to us. We're like one big family. I mean, by also having the rewards through Stacy in the Raptoreum coins, which is obviously what everyone wants, that also allows us to reward people with the help that they do on the project, or recognition for something they've gained or done. But in terms of a forward thought on how we can do something to fostering community and belonging, we could establish a mentorship program where some of our experienced community members can guide the beginners, which they already do at the moment in the Discord with, you know, people have got time for people. They're not really they don't give a bad attitude to someone that doesn't understand. They're happy to teach the people from zero to hero in RTM. So that's great. So actually having some mentorship program that rewards that help to the community members can also bring people together as well, to a community-centric marketing standpoint. We can also organise virtual and in-person meetups. I mean, I suppose what we're doing right here is an in-person meetup. People can interact with us and ask us whatever they want. But having a Raptor event, you know, RaptorCon, that Scherm attended the first one with Salute Thyself. That'd be cool. Charlie's saying we could all go to his. He's got a nice bit of land over there. We could all attend RaptorCon at.
Yeah.
So that'd be really nice. How much is a ticket, Charlie, for the users watching?
A ticket for what?
RaptorCon.
I don't know. I'm not going to charge for that. Just come on down, bring some beer, have fun.
All right. Okay. Well, there you go.
Flying inside Canada is pretty expensive.
It's a free entry. Yeah, we can also organise workshops as well, especially when we're at a project standpoint where we've got assets deployed and we really want to show people how to create, how to how to transact, and especially with all the different wallets that we plan on releasing as well, and our partners as well, that the use cases in their wallets that they plan on releasing as well. I mean, it's all part of a wider ecosystem, so having workshops to showcase how this can be used in an easy way, like we've talked about previously as well, is something that'll be beneficial. We did also recently merge up with an email platform, but to get messages out in that context as well. But we haven't actually fired anything out yet because of regulatory issues, and we needed to make sure that we were doing the right thing. And also, it all comes down to where that data is stored as well. So once we've ironed that out, that is another thing that we're looking to be doing. I know that Flux is doing it; they seem to be successful with it, and a few other projects as well. But we want to make sure that we're on the right side of the fence in terms of a regulatory standpoint. Alejandro, one thing I am really missing that everyone did used to like was your newsletters on the blog. They were brilliant.
Yes,
It'd be nice to get
yes.
those going as well.
Even the weeklies, los semanarios, the weeklies was very good because the people learn about Raptorium. Hey, listen, maybe you don't see it, but we are really working on few things that we hope we can have them ready. We failed. I think we all the teams in all the communities fails because for the moment I feel myself that 95% of the community doesn't know nothing about the progress of the project right now. But it's not really uh, because we miss something. I feel like that. I'm sorry, guys, and maybe you don't feel like that, but I feel like I miss the way to find the people and get them together in something, and that was what you was explaining a few moments ago. The way to have them together and send them information that actually really go through their hands, not only watching videos, not only going to a Telegram, is information for the people hands, just on their hands, just on the email or in the phone. I know you guys doesn't like phones numbers, you don't like SMS, you don't like WhatsApp group. I know you don't like nothing like that. You like Discord, you like YouTube and Telegram. That's it. I respect that, but in my community, in the way we are in Latin America, we need to get to the people on that place. And as we are a community, we have been working with Zona Raptor, which is a place that Noguedo, the guy from Panama, which is a very important person in our community, he's helping a lot. We got that place ready, but we was missing some things. We say, hey, what are we going to have here? We're going to have a community that is the Raptorian Spanish community, really, but in the way that we have a place where they can be and they can earn coins, they can get some Raptorium for interact with any content, and a few other things. But they need to give us their information. It's nothing to be with the project of Raptorium. It's our community, it's our people, is our community, and we are working on a place where we can send them information directly to a platform. If it's something on the project that is testnet round 3, which is very important, and we need to send them there, they're going to be there because there are the coins, there are the rewards, there are the community, they are always there. That's the way we are working now. It's difficult, it has been difficult, but when we have that ready, then we don't going to lose the 90% of the community, because we're going to have at least 60 or 70% of the community there all the time, which is going to be fantastic. That's the way we are handling now, because everybody's doing that. All the projects are doing that. Of course, there is not an obligation for the team to give a reward, but if you want a reward, you have to be on that place. If you want a reward from us, you have to be here with us and helping us on this community. and that's the way we want to handle. And I hope we can get it done. I will be working again on the pods, and we are working to build some weeklies again and few things. We are doing that.
Something I'd like to see when assets is rolled out as well are community stories. So nothing from us, but what the community has created and what achievements they've gained from utilizing the assets code and anything from that as well. Because if we can show how the community have utilized the tools that we provide, then it's also like a snowball effect. So people watch that and they think, well, if he or she can do it, then we can do it as well. So that's something I would like to focus on as well moving forward. Community milestones and successes. I know HNS has created a channel at the moment where it's centered around community created apps and tools that utilize the Raptoreum chain. He's created that channel, but it's yet to be populated with projects and things like that. So yeah, I hope that answers your questions, whoever asked those questions. And I think we're about done. I'm sure Crypto Smith is getting rather salty because we have dragged on a little bit. Stephen Merritt says we need to make a funky 90s rap video explaining it. I mean, yeah, that would be great. I'm up for that. Todd's saying the guys in the Discord are very helpful.
And if anybody has suggestions and things for ways to reach out to their communities and get support, reach out to us and we'll see how we can support it.
ERM is saying it sounds like you are in Wolverhampton. Nope, I'm not in Wolverhampton. I'm in a place called Pelsall, which is a little village, probably about 10 mile away from Wolverhampton, maybe a bit less. We will be back next week for another Raptoreum weekly update. We usually do an AMA stream at the end of the month for Raptoreum, but I'm actually taking the wife away for her birthday. So, and it was actually a birthday last month, but I paid for something for the end of next month. So I'm going to be taking her on that. So I'm not going to be doing an AMA. If anyone here wants to do an AMA, it's up to you. Maybe Piggy will do one if he can sort out his technical issues he had last time. Falcon's just sent some rain into the chat. So if you are there, guys, congrats. All right. Thanks for tuning into the RTM update. And stick around if you're here for the Crypto Smith stream. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.
Sure.
Thank you, guys.